Assalamu Alaikum everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. In today's video, I want to share with you guys all the dividends that I've received for the month of October. I want to show you how much each one of these companies pay me for every single month. I'm going to share with you the projection by the end, towards the end of the year, and I'm going to share with you all the companies that of course paid me for this month. And then I'm going to talk about the rental income and show you how much in terms of passive dividend passive income that I've received for the month of October, inshallah. That's the plan. If you like this type of content, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, join us on the Patreon account where you can get access to the Discord and a lot of things that like the Sharia compliant investing ebook, as well as of course the dividend calendars, ETFs and on trackers and so on. The one thing I want to talk about is what you see here is a real money, and this portfolio has been going up and down, and I've been sharing with you guys every single month. In fact, actually I forgot to share this with you guys the other day. It went red for the first time in 2 years. I think it went red, and I think it bounced back very quickly, and on the same day I think, or the following morning, it actually came back, and then now as you can see it's up about 2,800. I took some profit off the table. I think I took about £800 from Microsoft, and probably that's one of the reasons why it went down a lot there. Okay, but nevertheless it actually went red. This is my actual portfolio. This is my main portfolio. I do have another one for the family which I don't really share. I mention here and there that some of the stocks are in there, but I don't share it with the public. That money comes from the money that basically goes into the family account, comes from my rental income. That rental income is basically a property that I bought in 2022, and since basically every single penny I've received from that property goes into that account, and it's doing okay, alhamdulillah, so far. I think it's there's a few companies in there, there's a lot, so I've basically kept that one private. Now for this one, I would like to share with you guys today how much each one of these companies pay me. So I do own, like for example, 15 shares of Air Product and Chemicals. So I want to show you that for that 15 shares how much they actually pay me. But one thing I want you guys to understand and know is this is not just a quick game. This is not like if you buy in dividend stocks, you have to be patient and you have to think about the long-term plan. Although this company pays dividends, okay, they are right now up about 21%. I bought them when they were very much undervalued. They are still undervalued, I believe, okay, but the price appreciation and the dividends that you receive. So if I show you for the last God knows how many months, everything you see here is just dividends. Okay, I've not basically added anything to this company. So they pay me every quarter. It's about £17 for quite some time now. They have been, you know, since last time I bought was basically February 2021. I just bought about, I think, a share or two, no, 3 shares at the time. Okay, so since then I've actually haven't bought any of these companies. So what I need you to understand, this is a process, and hopefully if I can keep this company in the portfolio for the next 5 so years, the price appreciation will be way more, as well as getting that dividend and then reinvesting that dividend. So it's not a quick basically game to become a millionaire or whatever. You have to think about the long-term plan, inshallah. So just don't just think about, I bought this company, why are they not paying me, or why have I not made that much money. The longer you wait for these companies, the more hopefully that you will see a total return, inshallah. So for the month of October, didn't receive much. I think it was about 40 something pounds. I'll show you in a second the total amount, but as you can see, it was Nike that paid me £2.82. The ADP paid me £11.45. MRK or Merck had paid me £13.76, and Medtronic paid me about £19.15, 15 pence. So that's all I've received for this month. But when you look at the different received, okay, they £44.38. Now since I started in the last 4 years, it's actually been up. October has been kind of up and down. So I think basically this time last year, maybe I had some companies that pay in October. Maybe since then I've sold it. That's why it went down. So that can easily happen. So they might be, for example, I used to own, for example, Cisco, I can't remember, but if they paid in October, then I'm not receiving that money anymore. So that's probably why it's down. It's not because of the companies have cut their dividends or anything like that. So as you can see here, for the last basically 4 years, basically from £12 to £35 to £60 is almost doubling, and then coming back down a little bit for this month. What I want to show you now is I want to show you individual companies and how much they pay me. So this is my entire portfolio. I shared this with in here. So if you're interested, go and find it. Okay, so these are the tickers. So those are basically the pictures of the tickers and so on. And this is the income column. So this is what we focus on today. In fact, I'm just going to change that color to yellow so it actually stands out. So the yellow is what we're interested. So as you can see here, Microsoft pays me, I own 8 shares of Microsoft, and they pay me £16.10. Like I said in the last video, Microsoft will probably be one of the companies I will be selling soon, but after I've done my own research. Okay. Broadcom I've got 7 shares of this company. I'm up quite a bit, as you can see here, but right now they pay me about £90 a year. So this is yearly income, £90 a year. Qualcomm, I own 40 shares of Qualcomm, and they paid me about $90 as well. I own 8 shares of ASML, and they pay me about £36 right now. I own Procter & Gamble right now. They pay me about $80 per year. So that $80, it will, of course, if the company increases that dividend, then it will automatically increase without me having to do anything. Next one is RB. RB will pay me about £116 right now, basically for every single year. Basically, I own this company. I'm down quite a bit right now, about 9%, but I'm willing to add to that company, inshallah. Now, the next one is 100 shares of Unilever, which pays me £145. Let's go at £146 a year. Next one is AstraZeneca, 28 shares of this company, pays me about £80 right now. The next one is J&J, which pays me about $104 per share every single year. 27 shares of Medtronic pays me, 27 shares of Merck pays me £50, and 50 shares of Medtronic pays me about £91. This is one thing I like about this company. Okay, their dividend is actually quite good. You get about $1.82, okay, of basically this company that you own right now. That's why I haven't added to Merck. If you think about it, it's been okay. It's been fairly valued at the moment, but they pay $1.88, so I can actually get more for my money and basically slightly cheaper. The stock price is way cheaper. Medtronic is cheaper than actually Merck at the moment. And they're both, of course, in the same industry. Home Depot, 14 shares of this company, pays me almost £80. 13 shares of Nike. Nike doesn't pay a lot of dividends, so it's more to do with the price of appreciation. Hopefully, it's about £13 right now. ADP, Automatic Data Processing, 50 shares of this company pays me £50. 17 shares of Cummins pays me £75 a year. 3M, one of my biggest payers right now, 40 shares of this company pays me almost £170 right now. UPS is another one that pays quite a bit, £132 right now for 30 shares of that company. Union Pacific, another one, pays me £95 right now, £96 for every single year. Rio Tinto, one of the biggest payers right now, £215 basically for a yearly. So that's why I just want to, like I've always said to you guys, it's up, and at the same time I'm actually getting paid quite a bit. So for me, it's about that dividends, and the price, basically the stock price for this company is very, very cyclical. It goes up and down with the price of iron ore. Sometimes they cut the dividends, sometimes they increase it. It's all over the place, but I'm willing to put up with that for the long-term plan, because I'm going to hold this company for a very, very long time. And their business is very predictable. It's been around for donkey years and will be around for another donkey years. And the dividends is good. So I'm going to keep it in the portfolio. Sometimes you'll be up, sometimes you'll be down, but it doesn't matter for me. It's the more long-term plan. Okay. Next one is Air Products and Chemicals. I own 15 shares of that company. They pay me £70. I haven't included, basically bought more of this company for a long, long time. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but the cash flow right now is very, very limited. In fact, I think they have a negative free cash flow right now, so they're using a lot of their net income to pay us as a dividends. So it will be interesting to see what happens in the next. I'm waiting for at least a few more quarters to see if that starts improving. S&P and Global, 16 shares of this company, £40 right now. They don't pay a lot of dividends, but for me, it's basically the price appreciation and how solid that business is. Visa, again, another similar situation, 20 shares of this company, only 20, let's call it about that, £30, less than £30 a year. Real estate. Public storage is the next one, 21 shares of this company, pays me £173 right now. Again, another company that I like, and is there for that diversification as well as the dividends. And finally, we have the Islamic ETF. Right now, 26 shares. They pay me about £14 right now. Now, I'm waiting for the November pay. So they pay May in November. So the November pay, I'm waiting for that, see what happens. But there you have it. That's all the stocks that I own, okay, and how much they pay me. So for every single stock, you just need to look at this column here, how many stocks of that company I own, and what they pay me right now. Now, of course, I have to take into consideration the 15%. So there is a formula here that works out that basically that deducts that 15% tax that I have to pay to US. Okay, so all the US stocks I have to pay 15%. That 15% has been taken away. So this is what you see here is after that deduction. Okay, because there's a difference, because when you look at the dividends income here, my yearly dividend income here, it will be slightly different to what you will see here and the reason is because this one does not include the deduction. Okay, now I'm going to show you a couple of more things. Okay, so the next one is in November. I'm expecting $115, inshallah, maybe about $100 in. Let's see how that goes. And then in December, almost to £400. So December, March, June, and September are the 4 months where I get paid a lot. So September this year, you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, go and watch that video. It was probably one of the highest I've ever been paid. But yeah, so that's what I'm expecting moving forward, inshallah, in the next few months. Again, of course, this will increase depending on if I make a sale. Sometimes it might decrease or so on. But there you have it. That's all the companies. And this is what they pay me, okay, based on without that deduction, okay. So you can see 252 here, okay. When you look at here, for example, this company here is only $173 per share. That's how much they're paying me. Okay, but yeah, there you have it. That's basically what I wanted to share with you guys today. And for me, the most important thing is to stay consistent. Okay, buy quality companies, hold them for the long term, and forget about the noise. Okay, so inshallah, we'll see what the next 2 months brings. But right now, you can see from £163 to 558 to 1,162 to right now 1,322. And I'm expecting at least another £500 basically in the next couple of months. So hopefully we can end the year with probably £1,700, £1,800. That would be amazing. And then we can continue doing that, inshallah, in the next few years. That's the plan. So that's my long-term plan. That's what I want to do, inshallah, in the long run. And as you can see, some of the companies in this graph here, you can pause the video and have a look at it. You get access to this if you get the if you go to the Discord here. If you go to the Patreon account, you get to the dividend trackers and so on. Final thing I want to talk about today is the rental income. So this is what I get from my rental property, and then this is what I received in dividends for this month. If you add the two together, you got £528 and 38 cents. Now 38 pence. Now, to be honest with you, this might not seem a lot, but alhamdulillah, that's a passive income. This will increase, inshallah, in the long run. And hopefully, I haven't increased the rent. I have increased the rent recently, but I think I can still increase it. But I'm going to leave the guy there for now because he's actually looking after the property. He's been really good in terms of making sure everything's perfect and looking after the property. And I genuinely do not want to change that for the foreseeable future. So I'm going to keep him there, inshallah. So as you can see, that's my rental income. That's what I get. The management fee, this is what I pay for the company to look after it. And then that's basically how much I receive at the end of each month. And then in total, that's what I received this month. My plan, inshallah, in the next 10 to 15 years is just to hopefully get enough passive income to be able to use that money to pay off my day-to-day things. I'm not saying retire on that, but if I can get 2,000 plus and use that money to actually pay off the things that I need to pay off, what else do I need in this world? Then I can go to the masjid and pray my salah and just ignore the world. Okay, so inshallah, that's what my long-term plan, that's what I want to do. That's why I'm so focused on this dividend thing and see how way it goes, inshallah. Again, this is a trial and error. You learn. Sometimes I make mistakes. Definitely made mistakes in the last few months and years, and I will continue making mistakes, but inshallah in the long run I have a clear heart, and I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to actually guide us and help us, inshallah, on our journey. And may Allah protect our brothers and sisters in Palestine. A lot of you guys have asked me to actually talk about these things. It's very difficult for me to talk about it because it is a very difficult situation generally, but all I'm doing is making dua, making donations as much as I can, and of course I will continue doing that, and I will continue, basically inshallah, my heart is clear, and I will do everything in my power to make sure that I keep making dua, keep making donations, inshallah. My prayers are with them 24 hours 7 days a week, inshallah. Have a wonderful day. Assalamu Alaikum.